Time to focus on business. Business editor Mike Eppel joining us now. Mike, some focus this week in the business world on interest rates in our country.
Yeah, at the Bank of Canada, and we also have the Bank of Japan and European Central Bank. All these central banks set to set monetary policy this week, Ted, and the talk is, if we're not going to necessarily hear about specific economic stimulus measures, then we're probably going to hear about some lowered economic growth expectations. That will be front and center when our Bank of Canada meets on Wednesday. Price for oil is down substantially. Everybody knows that, and that is cutting into provincial and North American economic growth prospects. So Stephen Poloz, the Bank of Canada governor, will talk about that Wednesday. And an interesting prediction, you know, we've had our benchmark interest rate at 1% for 34 meetings in a row, dating back to September 2010. Morgan Stanley on Friday said there is, this year, a 1 in 3 chance that the central bank, or Bank of Canada, could cut the benchmark interest rate before the end of the year. If they don't do that, Morgan Stanley figures that interest rates here aren't going anywhere from a benchmark setting standpoint until 2017 at the earliest. I mean, this is quite remarkable in and of itself that just a couple of years ago, we started, I think, 2013 and 2014 both saying Bank of Canada is going to raise interest rates in the next 12 months. Hasn't happened. The price for oil is down again this morning as we're watching the price for crude slip another 2%, back below the $48 per barrel threshold. Iraq's daily output now at a record 4 million barrels, so that OPEC member nation is not cutting back. In fact, they're producing more than ever before. Add to the mix some concern about China's economy, maybe showing some weakness. We did see a sell-off overnight in China's stock market because they put a crackdown on margin lending to traders through some of the big brokerages. That really cooled things off. The Shanghai Composite down by 7.7%, biggest one-day sell-off in 6 years. Overall, we're starting this week fairly quietly, though. TSX up a little bit in the opening trades. Wall Street's closed for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Will reopen tomorrow. And overseas, they're looking at gains pretty much across the board through the Eurozone. Ted, back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Mike. That's our business editor, Mike Eppel, reporting this morning. You can hear Mike on 660 News at 26 and 56 after the hour.